Hi, Divine Souls. I'm truly grateful you're here with me in Oriah Divine Sanctuary, a space dedicated to healing, awareness, and spiritual alignment. If this video has appeared in your life today, trust that there may be a message here meant specifically for you. If the words shared here resonate with your spirit, I encourage you to like, share, comment, and subscribe so we can continue building a community centered around truth, healing, and higher consciousness. Earlier today, during meditation, I allowed myself to slow down, to breathe, and to simply be present. And in that quiet space, I began to tune into the energetic frequency of the collective, sensing what many people may be navigating on their spiritual journeys right now. And from that awareness, this message emerged. There was a time in my life when heartbreak consumed me. I replayed conversations in my mind. I questioned my worth. I wondered what I could have done differently. I grieved relationships I thought would last forever. I mourned the family support I never received. I carried disappointment over friendships that became one-sided. I tried to understand why people I loved could hurt me so deeply. And if I'm honest, I stayed heartbroken for a long time because heartbreak isn't just about losing people. Sometimes it's about losing dreams, losing expectations, losing the version of life you thought you were going to have. It's grieving the apology that never came, the accountability that never happened, the love you kept hoping would finally look different. But one day, something shifted. I stopped asking, why me? And I started asking, what is this teaching me? That question changed everything. I began to realize that heartbreak had been trying to teach me lessons I wasn't ready to hear. I learned that love without respect isn't healthy, that loyalty without reciprocity becomes self-neglect, that forgiveness doesn't require unlimited access, that empathy without boundaries can become self-abandonment. And perhaps the hardest lesson of all, I had to stop loving people for their potential and start accepting them for their patterns. That truth hurt because many of us hold on to hope. We tell ourselves, maybe if I love harder, maybe if I explain better, maybe if I sacrifice more. But healing taught me that no amount of love can make someone choose accountability, honesty, or emotional maturity. Those choices belong to them. Psychologically, gratitude doesn't mean denying pain. It means integrating the lessons that pain revealed. It's acknowledging, I wish it had happened differently, but I refuse to let this experience leave me without wisdom. Spiritually, I started seeing certain endings differently. Not every closed door was rejection, some were protection. Not every disappointment was punishment, some were redirection. There were people I begged God to keep in my life who, in hindsight, I can now thank Him for removing, because if they had stayed, I might have remained trapped in cycles that were slowly destroying my peace. God's word says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28. Notice what this verse doesn't say. It doesn't say all things are good. Betrayal isn't good. Abuse isn't good. Neglect isn't good. Heartbreak isn't good. But it does say that God can bring good from even the most painful chapters. And that's where gratitude entered my healing journey. I became grateful for discernment, grateful for boundaries, grateful for the courage to walk away, grateful for the relationships that ended before they destroyed me completely, grateful for the version of myself that survived. Most of all, I became grateful that heartbreak didn't have the final say. Healing did. So if you're in a season of heartbreak, I want you to know this. You don't have to rush your grief. You don't have to pretend you're okay. But one day, if you allow yourself to heal, you may discover that what you thought would destroy you actually introduced you to yourself, stronger, wiser, more discerning, more compassionate, more aligned. And one day you'll look back and say, I wouldn't have chosen the pain, but I am grateful for the person I became, because I chose to heal from it. Because the day you stop being only heartbroken and start becoming grateful is often the day your deepest healing truly begins. Divine souls, thank you for stepping into Oriah Divine Sanctuary. This space exists to support your healing, elevate your awareness, and guide you through the sacred process of personal transformation. Here, you are safe to grow spiritually, emotionally, and authentically. And it is truly an honor to share this journey with you. Always remember, awareness begins the healing, but your transformation begins the moment you choose to honor your voice. Until we meet again, continue walking in truth, protecting your peace, and letting your divine light shine.